everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are embracing the changes that are within you. Anything that you're coursing through, I hope you're finding it with patience and love and compassion. And if you need to have destruction and anger and sadness also need to be moved through you, allow for that to take place. It's the acceptance. Whatever the emotion is what's needed to be produced. But if it's on those lower vibrations and emotional settings, don't let them take control of you. Don't let them manipulate you and think that this is the only route one can take moving through the experiences of what one is moving through. Because that's a lie. That's the illusion. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Divinity. The divinity that we all look to possess. And possess does not have to be in a negative connotation. It could just be something you're looking to have within yourself, to grasp, to possess. It's living within us. It's within every single one of us. It's there. It's always been there. But our exterior world has been telling us power is from the outside. That is the way we can accumulate power in this life, is on the external side of things, which is completely and utter bullshit. That's not true at all. True power that lives with love and compassion is inside of us. Going through the layers to get to this essence first needs to be shown to the divine that when we start to receive this power that lives within us, that we too are not going to use it in a manipulated form, in a controlled form. So we have to show to the divine that we are not going to be a fucked up individual, that we're not going to do the same thing that the world has been doing, the exterior world powers have been doing. Because if we do that, are we truly gaining anything from within? No, we're still working from the exterior side of things, the bullshit side of things, the illusionary side of things. But when we can do the work on the inside of those ego deaths, the shadow work, the dark night of the soul work, the ancestral work, etc., etc. It goes on, right? There's so many different healings and different dynamics of the self that need to be looked at and to be healed for the divinity that we seek to start to produce from within. And it's not going to be an easy thing. If you think going into this style of work is going to be easy per se, or not challenging, or there won't be difficulties that arise, well, I don't know, whoever informed you on that, or if you believe that's a notion that just came to you, well, you better check that notion, because that too is part of the illusion. That could be a spirit that's overtaken you, that is actually speaking those words to you to think that that is your actual thoughts, which would then be the voice of untruth. And if the voice of untruth has taken control of you in that manner, you got to do a lot more deeper inner work to know your true self, to know your inner voice, to know who is speaking to you at times and who is not speaking to you at times. Because it's there. It's all there. The work will be challenging. And that is the only way it is. And it's challenging for a good portion of time. It's very challenging. But as we get deeper into the layers and more doors are being opened to us, the challenges no longer are seen as challenges or difficulties or hard times, because we've been able to maneuver our way through understandings and knowledge past those challenges and hard times and difficult situations. By gaining that knowledge and that maneuvering, you come to now realize that this is the game. It's the game that we're inside of. So if it's a game that we're inside of, we have to realize that this is the way to receive the divinity that you're seeking for. To get there, the times will be hard. But like I said, when you get to certain layers of understanding, those hard times, the difficulties, no longer are seen that way. It's actually graceful transitions into these new understandings that aren't really new. They're old. It's just us remembering the oldness of what was. And as we remember more of this, those difficult times no longer seem difficult, because we're acquiring something that has been inside of us the entire time. It's been with us the entire time. So it's been with us. That means it's never been without us. It's just our consciousness, our awareness, our observement has not been in the understandings that these divinity powers that we seek for have been living with us. And I'm coming into my own deeper divine powers and understandings that have been living with me. And I have not acquired them because my observation, my awareness has not been there yet to receive such things. But I am tapping into it more and more now, and I'm starting to understand more of what my divine power is and what truly I possess within myself. Don't get me wrong, it scares the shit out of me sometimes how strong the divine power is with myself and with you and anybody else. It's the divine power that sits within us is magnificent and extraordinary. And it's not meant to be used lightly, because if you use it lightly, you're going to be swept, man. You're going to be taken under. And being taken under means you're not going to have a grasp of reality. You're not going to have a grasp of understandings, because spirit of the divine has now taken control of you, and you have no sense of perception, because your sense of perception has now been overtaken by the divine, the spirit of the divine. And I was there. I have been there before. It's fucked, man. That was my first 2 years ish of my massage career. I can't believe I did the things that I did with feeling the sexual energy with it. I never manipulated, I never controlled, I never did anything of disastrous magnitude. It was always consensual, it was always complicit, never outside those barriers. But the divine power that sat within me activated this sexual energy that erupted. And through the body work and the energy work that I do at that time, it was so influenced with this sexual energy that I thought that's just what it was. I thought this was my only frame of reference, so that's what I used it as. But then as I started to grow in these years, and really as of late, I'm starting to realize how fucking bullshit that sexual energy was from the illusion of the divine spirit. Because it was a spirit of the darkened realm that had overtaken me through the energy of the sexual energy with the healings that I was doing from the divine powers. And I look back on it and I'm like, fuck, dude, I never had control of myself. I never knew who I was and what I possessed inside myself. And now that I'm able to reflect and see it from a different vantage point, I was never truly myself. And now that I'm stepping into myself more so and more so and more so as the days progress, it's such a beautiful sensation knowing that I'm taking back my own divine power, because I'm not being swept away or being undertaken and having my own personal perception be controlled by the illusions of this time. And we all have to face these aspects of ourselves. We have to face these aspects to receive the divine power that sits in us. If we're not looking to face these aspects of who we are, do not expect to receive the divine power that truly is within you. Because you will only receive as to what the divine wants to give you, as to what God wants to give you, as to what the eternal wants to give you. We have to be ready for things. We have to be prepared to face parts of ourselves that we have tucked away, that we put somewhere. Either this time, this lifetime, or other lifetimes, or other dimensions and other realities, things like that. We have to be ready to look at ourselves fully to receive this divine power that sits inside of us. It's the looking at the fullness of who we are before we get to know who we are. But if we keep looking at ourselves from a limited perspective, we're only going to be shown a limited perspective of who we are. And that limitation is you. You are creating that limitation. And who's on the other side of the other percentage that is not limited? The exterior world, worldly things, the illusion of spirit, of the divine, the manipulators. That's the other percentage of what you're seeing yourself as a limitation. If they have more of a percentage over you than you have over yourself in that limited perspective, you're never fully you. You'll never be fully you. You'll never even know who you are even in that limited perspective, because the illusion of the controlled side is over you, is overtaken you. We have to look at ourselves. We have to see ourselves and who we are. And the more that we can see ourselves as to who we are, the greater our chances will be to receive our full divine power. It's a beautiful concept. It really is. And it takes yourself being able to see the vulnerabilities, the darkness, the shadows, the egos that sit in you, and know that that's not truly you. That's not who you are. But you've been perceiving that's who you are because of your frame of reference. And as you start to look at yourself from different angles and different aspects and different just understandings, you start to see that you were tricked, you were duped the entire fucking time. The entire fucking time. But that's what was needed. We all need it. That's the point of why we come here. This whole place is filled with tricks and illusions. But we need it. It's a part of the game that we're in. So once you accept the game, that this is what we're inside of, you're golden, dude. It's then taking it on and realizing that this is part of the process to get to where we have to be. It's part of the process. And it's a beautiful fucking thing. Beautiful fucking thing. But until we grasp that this is the game that we're in and this is what the totality of what it is, I'm sorry, you're going to keep on working from a place of limitation. You're going to be working from a place of exterior power, not inner power. It's part of it. But this is what we signed up for. We all signed up for this. Each of us signed up for this. I'm here with you, and others are with you, and others are with me. We're all in this together. Take it. Be proud. Be strong. this mission. You signed up for all of the intricacies, all of the difficulties, the challenges, all of it. You signed up for it. This is the game. This is the game of illusions. Thank you, my friends. Enjoy yourself. Care for yourself. Love yourself. Fill your cup. Before you start spilling over to others. All right, friends. For another day.